everyone, so I thought I'd just do like a little introduction to the video that's coming out because it just literally goes straight into a time lapse of me reading in work. So I thought I would just say that this is going to be a weekly vlog, and then at the end I'm going to do a little March wrap up and April hopefuls, just because it's not that many books, so it wouldn't like make a whole video, so I thought might as well just put them both together. So yeah, I hope I've got enough footage. It's Sunday today and I'm uploading today, so sorry if I've moved a little bit. I just closed the door because Connor's hoovering, so I hope you can't hear that. Next is going to be the week now of me reading. So I'm up to nearly halfway and I'm loving it so far. It's a really nice, easy, quick read, I think. I'm actually flying through it. So I don't even know if you can hear me. Got to the bit where they're finally sort of realising they like each other, which is nice. It's definitely been a slow burn up until now. Not much enemy to lover, not gonna lie. I think it is enemies to lover, but it wasn't that intense. It's like, oh, do you really hate each other that much? I'm excited to finish the rest of it. I think I might finish it definitely by the end of the week. So I've got to start workout, but I've got my wireless headphones with me, so I'm gonna put one in so I can see if any customers come in. I'm gonna listen to acomaf theory. I've been loving listening to it while I'm working. I'm gonna do that and hopefully I can get through 2 or 3 chapters because I've got 4 hours of work. Oh my gosh, this chapter. So I've just finished work and I was listening and I'm at chapter 24? 5th. Oh my god, there was a wasp. Probably saw me jumping. I think it's gone. I think it went under the door. I'm hoping anyway. So I've got my coat and I'm going to lock the door ready to run. And I'm just waiting for my sister because we're going to go for coffee, so I'm going to read a little bit more of Flawless. Maybe try and get one more chapter in before she comes to meet me in town. And then I'm just excited to get home now and read that chapter. I don't know if I'll be able to until this evening. We'll see. I'm really liking this book at the minute. It's like one of them comfort books, I think. So I'm home now, as you can see, and I'm going to try and get a few more chapters of Flawless read before Sophia comes home from holiday club. And I obviously have this little one with me. Let's see how much I can get read, because it's a bit impossible sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, life. So, update. Lois keeps grabbing the tripod. I mean, why wouldn't she? It's a big tripod in the middle of the floor with a phone on it. She's obviously gonna want to grab it. But I just thought, stop it. I thought I would try anyway, but it seems, excuse me, do you mind? It seems to be a little bit impossible. So I'm gonna give you my updates before I give up filming until she's gone to bed. Can you please let go? Right, let me get you out. So, updates on Flawless are, sometimes I think Rhett is a little bit of a baby. Like, he's so immature the way he looks for attention everywhere, but then I also understand that the lack of attention maybe in his childhood is why he's like that. But still, sometimes I can't help but be like, grow up. He's like, any kind of attention is good attention, even if like, exactly, that's what I thought. So I'm finally getting a chance. I've put the girls to bed. I'm hoping to finish it. I've got about 100 pages left, so maybe not tonight. I'm definitely going to get a couple of chapters then. So I'm on the famous, where is it? Chapter 54. Gonna get comfy. I've just finished chapter 54. I can't believe. Oh my god. Free sand. Speechless. Sorry if you can hear the football. Right, now I need to read chapter 55. And I have a feeling I know what's coming. But that chapter 54 was just... I mean, I knew you'd read... No. I can't say anything, I don't want to ruin it. So I've added... These are my current reads. And then obviously a little Kindle. And then these are my priority TBR. So I've got Daisy Hates, Fencing Adeline, Say Swear, Throttled, and Before the Coffee Gets Cold. And then I've added these fake tulips because the other ones were dying. And then obviously my water and my glasses. But I'm just obsessed. I think it's so cute. Anyway, I'm whispering because the girls are sleeping. So I'm gonna try and read a little bit of The Housemaid. Probably not the best idea to read it before bed, but we'll see how we go on. Right, so that was my week of reading, and now I'm just going to do a quick March wrap up because it wasn't that many books. So first of all, I finished Twist Games. It took me just over 2 weeks to finish this book, and I don't know why, because I really did enjoy the story. Like you can see, I started tabbing it and then I just gave up because I just didn't want to pick it up. I just didn't feel like, oh yay, I want to read. Like I just felt like I was reading it for the sake of it. I don't know why, which is quite disappointing because I know a lot of people did really enjoy this and it's like their favourite one. So I'm just going to put pause on the Twisted series for now because I don't want to ruin the rest of them for myself. But I'm pretty sure it was just because I was in a slump, because like I said, I did enjoy the story. Like I loved Reese and Bridget. It was really good and well written. I was just in a slump, so it ruined it a little bit for me, to be honest. And then I don't actually have it, but I borrowed it to my sister, so I read Magnolia Parks, which I loved. I gave it a 5-star. I absolutely loved that book. Toxicity and all, it just felt so personal, like you really know, like I felt like I was living there with the characters, and I love when books are like that, when they're so personal. My favourite books, like the really character based ones, not so much plot based, like all about the characters, and I love that. How many times can I say I love that in this video? And then in March I read half of A Court of Mist and Fury, and then I finished the other half of it actually recently, a few days ago, and a review is up on my Instagram and Goodreads about this. I can't talk anymore about this book, literally. If you look at my Insta feed, the last like 6 posts or something has this book in it. It's my favourite book of all time. It will take a lot to top this book. A lot. Like if you've not read this series, you need to go read it. And people say, oh, I'm not a fantasy lover, but I honestly was like, I read the back of the first one and I was like, Feyre killed a wolf, like, oh, that's just not my vibe. And I put it off and I thought, and then my friend Lodi was like, girl, read it. I thought, oh, I've got the first book, I might as well. And now I'm like, imagine I never read that first book. I would have never experienced this book. And Rhysand. How do you say his name? Is it because it's Rhysand, but I always read it as Rhysand because I'm Welsh, like Rhys, but I know it's Rhysand. Well, I think it is. And Feyre. Those are the books. So it was basically 2 books. Half of this, the whole of Magnolia Parks, and then half of this. So I basically read 2 books. It wasn't the best reading month for me, but life just gets in the way sometimes. I just didn't find the time. So here, I'm sure I showed them when I was reading one night in the last clip. I showed, like, I did this little setup. So I put my priority TBR here, and then I've got my current reads as well. I've also just finished 2 books this month already, which is crazy for me because I started using my Kindle. Never used before. It was my great grandma's one, and I got it from her. I finished The Housemaid and Flawless. I started reading Flawless, the paperback, and then I just finished it on here because it's so handy that you can put the text size up and things in the night. My eyes go really bad and I can't see the book properly. So you can see there. Oh, you can't see. It's glaring. But The Housemaid and Flawless by Elsie Silver. I really enjoyed The Housemaid. I'm going to put a review for the both of them on my Instagram next week. And then today I got this from Etsy and I love it so much. Everyone's always laughs at me in my family. They're like, "Your book warmer, why are you keeping your book warm?" But I just love it because books just get ruined if you just throw them into your bag, I find. So this just keeps it nice. And the book that I'm starting, I'm really scared to be honest with you, is this big old Haunting Adeline, which my lovely friend Lowry, what Lowe's reads, she bought it for me as a surprise. I came home and there was an Amazon delivery and I was like, oh my gosh, I've not ordered anything, and then I opened it and there's a little note from Lowry, and I'm so excited because I've never read dark romance before and everyone's entering the dark romance era this year, so I was like, I want to. But I've read it was the important note at the start, like the disclaimer, trigger warning thing, and although none of it like triggers me, I was reading and I was like, oh my god, it's all that mentioned in the book, like that's heavy. So oh, the book is so nice. I like the white, like crisp white pages, and it's a soft cover. You all know I love a soft indie cover. So yeah, current read is this, A Court of Wings and Ruin. I can't be bothered getting it out from there. And then my hopefuls are obviously to finish Haunting Adeline, to finish A Court of Wings and Ruin. They're quite big books, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to get any more in between, but I'm hoping to read something on my Kindle, so I'm going to find a thriller on my Kindle to read, maybe The Housemaid's Secret, because I did really enjoy The Housemaid, and it's like the second one. In the epilogue of The Housemaid, you got like a little insight to what it was going to be about, so it did sound really interesting, so I might do that. And then if I do get a chance, it's either going to be Throttled by Lauren Asher or Daisy Hates. And then if I don't, then I'm going to try and read Before the Coffee Gets Cold, because it's only like 200 and something pages, I think. So they're what I've got on my TBR this month. Again, I rarely stick to my TBRs, but I've actually got loads of books at the minute that I'm like dying to read, so I feel like I will stick to it. But then that could all change. And I've not actually bought any new books for ages, so that's why when I got this I was like, thank you Lily, you're literally like filling that hole in my heart that's Amazon packages. Because there's just nothing like getting a new book, is there? Like, and I was talking to Emily, Emily Just Reading, she's like one of my best friends on books there. I talk to her quite a lot, and I don't know, we were talking about a book ban or something, and I was like, even when you get that package through the post, you open it, you look at it, and then you put it on your shelf, and then you're like, okay, what other one can I buy now? It's like it fulfills you for literally a second, which sounds so bad, and then once you've put it on its little place on the shelf, you're like, okay, next book. But anyway, so I think that's all I was going to do for this video. I hope it's okay. Again, I feel like I always say it, I'm like really not nervous, but I just really want this to go well. I want everyone to enjoy my videos, so I feel like I just want everyone to know that I'm trying my best, and it will only get better. Like, I'll only get used to it more, and I'm hoping video ideas will just start coming to me naturally the more I do it. So yeah, I really hope you enjoyed this video, and again, I'm going to be uploading next Sunday, so I'm sticking to my Sunday rule. I can't believe this is my 4th video I've uploaded now, and we're nearly on 600 subscribers as well, which is crazy. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and I really hope to see you in the next video.